Welcome to the PT Legends podcast, where co-host Dave Bess and myself, Scott Carpenter, share our journey and secrets of success. From our humble beginnings as personal training employees of a big box gym to struggling studio owners that have made every mistake in the book, to where we are now, the owners of a multi-seven-figure business operating multiple personal training studios internationally, and now coach and mentor to fitness professionals in 5 countries and counting. This is our story, and these are our secrets. Subscribe to our podcast, learn, take action, and build your own fitness empire. Welcome back to the PT Legends podcast. I am your host, Scott.
Dave, clocking back in.
Clocking back in, baby. It is episode 46 already. Online training sucks. Buyer beware. It's online training, man. I mean, what do we have to say about this? There's quite a lot to say.
Well, here's the thing. If you have those baby blue eyes and a nice chiseled 6-pack and, some diamond deltoids and you're well-spoken on camera and obsessed with the carnivore diet, then you can maybe you can cause a ruckus and make some money. But man, there's so many success stories out there, right? Like you hear about all of these online coaches that are just cashing in. You hear about it, right? I can count them on one hand how many that I truly know. I know some talented guys that are grinding and gals, and they're doing all right, but they're not on the beach in Bali, doing their client check-ins. And it's very it's a trend that it's very dangerous because a lot of people are giving up, their training careers and saying, okay, this is the future.
Right.
And it's not the exact.
And jobs. So yeah, Dave and I recently met at with a group of other business owners and a mastermind and everything. And it was just kind of a weird topic because, Dave and I have both hired some really expensive high ticket coaches, or like they teach you how to be an online coach, right? And particularly it was fueled with like the pandemic when everything was shut down. It's like, shoot, we need to figure out how to make money online as coaches, right? And it was great. We spent a lot of money between the two of us, a lot of money. It was good in a sense that we took some things from them and combined it with a lot of the stuff we were doing, and then we got it to work in our brick and mortar fitness businesses. And because of that, also, we were able to work with a decent amount of people online. But we were at this mastermind and you got to be careful, guys, because you can learn some great stuff from them, but it is not as easy as they make it out to. And like Dave said, you can count them on like one or two hands, the amount of people who are really making money on this.
Especially in fitness. Especially in fitness.
Yes. Absolutely, with fitness. And guys, they're making the majority of their money telling you that they're going to make you successful. A lot of them don't even have their own businesses anymore, or even did that well with it. They just, and the bottom line is it's not that easy. It was easy years ago when nobody else was doing it, when ads were super cheap, when hardly anybody had an offer statement on their profiles. But everyone and their mother has an offer statement right now. Everyone and their mother is after that same niche audience that you're going after. It is not as easy as you think. It is a full-time job. But when we were at this mastermind, somebody was talking to this group that teaches people how to be online coaches. And unfortunately, these insiders who were a part of it, they said like the percentage of people who actually do well is so small. But not only that, be careful, because a lot of times they were going to try to upsell you into their personally select you to go to this next level. And it's like 25 grand or something like that, which sometimes it's worth it, guys. I'm part of a community that's 25 grand a year and it's well worth it. But a lot of the times these people only have 1 or 2 online clients and they're going into that and they're liquidating their 401k. They're quitting their jobs. Guys, online training is a way to make some extra money, but you got to be really careful really careful if you're quitting your job and going at it full time. Really careful, because your business, even if you have stuff coming in, Facebook can make Instagram or TikTok can make one algorithm change and you dry up.
Yep.
And the people making a lot of money teaching other people, a lot of times they got in at a really good time. I mean, that's it. That's how it is with like some YouTube stars that make ungodly amounts of money. They were just the first ones in.
But not only that, like they were the first ones in, but they still put in my niece, she watches this. Like I'm obsessed with like these like YouTube people that play with like putties and stuff. It's very interesting to me.
Putty?
Like putty, like they create like crafts and stuff. So my niece comes over, like they live two doors, two houses down. She comes over, and she's always like, I want to be a YouTuber, right? And so not only though, I have to get this girl's name. I forgot what she's very attractive. She plays with like putty and stuff. It's the weirdest thing. And I told her, I was like, do you know it's not that easy being a professional YouTuber? Like you see the highlights where every Friday she puts out a crafts video. But I go, Kelsey, look back and see like when she started. Mm-hmm. And so 2011, she started and she was putting out those every Monday and Friday. Did not miss it. You missed one day because of a death in the family for a matter of like literally a decade. So even if you go in at the perfect time, which that perfect time is gone, it's over with, the amount of work and grind mm-hmm. and grit that you have to put in to be successful in the online world is scary too.
It's a lot. It is not, guys, it's not as simple as, hey, I'm going to put it out to the world and then people are just going to come and want to sign up for thousands of dollars and I'm going to be able to work wherever I want and travel wherever I want to go. And it's that easy. Mm-hmm. It's hard. It is hard. And the times for that to be easy, again, like they're over.
It's over.
Right. It's just difficult. And you can do online. Like we have online clients for sure but a lot of it, guys, if you're in the fitness industry, start with in-person stuff. It is so much easier mm-hmm. to work with people in person and charge them like high ticket online sales. Yes. Okay. That's what you need to do. That's what we did is we brought high ticket transformational programs into the brick and mortar fitness business. And they're so much easier to sell than online, where you have a physical location, or at least you're trained out of, if you're an independent contractor, you train out of a physical location. There is a tangible in-person thing that they're getting. Mm-hmm. So learn how to command premium prices there, where it's far easier to bring them into your circle, far easier to sell that. And then once you have that, then it's a lot easier to work with people online because all these people who know, like, trust you are paying you great money. Then they have a sister who lives in Indiana. Yep. Like, I really wish you could work with my sister in Indiana. She really needs us. Cool. I do that. And then you do a discovery call. You hop on a perfect consultation over Zoom. You close it down. Now you have a $3,000 9-week virtual program. And you're helping people all over the place. But if you just put some posts out there, and you're going to get discouraged because nobody's going to like them. Nobody's going to comment on them, maybe, but you need to learn how to convert those into a discovery call, into a perfect consultation, and then close it down. And don't just start online. Start locally. It's the easiest place where people can see you face to face. They're getting something physical with it too.
It's something powerful. In back when, we were, transitioning online, I'm like, oh, this is the dream. This is real transformations can happen solely with me coaching someone in Indiana. And you can get them, 80% there, but there's something really special about showing up in person, right? And in touching a barbell and knucking, like, and high fives and being surrounded with other peers. Like there's something powerful. And mm-hmm. that's something in the world that's missing. Right. So even though we say all the time, the workouts, it's the sprinkles on top of the cupcake. There's something really powerful about making an appointment and showing up and sweating with other people, that community, the tribe. So that's a link sometimes we don't talk about it enough. It's a family. You can build a family locally, do that first, establish that to where, you get in 10 to 20 of your mentoring clients that are coming in for training, then you're all of a sudden you're at a base salary of 100 to 150,000. And then you don't have to put as much pressure on yourself to go out there and cold DM.
Yeah.
They will naturally find you. So then all of a sudden you get your 10 to 15 locals, your base that probably will never go anywhere, honestly. And then you get 10, 15, 20 of the online, then all of a sudden you can make $250,000 a year. But it's that you need that combination in order to truly change.
You need some stability to do that. And it's the same thing. You're selling the same thing, whether they do come to you in person, whether they are online.
Yep.
When you do this right, when you bolt on a high ticket transformational offer, it doesn't matter whether you're fulfilling that in person or virtually. But yeah, guys, people after this pandemic and this isolation, people are craving to be around other people and to be part of a community and physically present.
Yes.
I mean, we've had so much isolation. People are asking for this. Absolutely. And build that solid base there. And the cool thing is, guys, the way we teach this, like the workouts that are given and the coaching that you give them, they're separate appointments, right? So the way we fulfill transformational offers is we have a one-on-one onboarding where we build out their perfect day and week, everything that they need to do to get to where they need to be, right? And then we do a 15-minute coaching check-in weekly over Zoom, right? And that's how we coach people and change their habits over time. That coaching session doesn't have to be delivered by the same person delivering the workouts. So as you grow in this, the first thing that you want to do is outsource those workouts. And then you have a virtual coaching program. You can be in Florida and you're doing 15 Zooms a week with these people for 15 minutes a pop. And they're training with your trainer physically in wherever you live. You can absolutely do it. And so many of these gym owners that we're working with and these trainers that we're working with, we're then helping them branch out and build online movements, right? Chenard's got his the Alpha Project, right?
Yep.
And now his wife has her own online movement too, because she's seen how well it's working. She's like, I want to do my own, and she's doing so well. I saw in the Discord, our server, she got like 3 renewals in this past week or so.
Yep.
Which is amazing. So you can do online, but don't do solely on. It's so much easier when you start physically in person, and people love that. And it is exciting. Now you need to do it the right way. You need to command a really high price point. You need to work with people, not one-on-one, but in like a semi-private overlapping kind of way where you work with multiple people at once. But then you can work with people virtually. You can work with physically people virtually. You get the person in place to deliver the workouts. You handle their coaching, and you're rocking and rolling. Life is good that way. It is really, really, really hard, really, really, really stressful if you just want to jump in all online. And you know what's happening now is pandemic hit. Everyone's like, I got to make money in this fitness coaching space. Let me do online stuff. They either went high ticket and they get no leads, or they go low ticket and they're not making any money. You can't scale out. You can't pay to advertise. And it's this panic. And then they're all finding different jobs or going back to in-person. I mean, start in person. It's so easy. Let the people come to you. And whether you're renting space or you have your own studio. And having your own studio is great. You can go small footprint. You can go as small as 800 square feet and make a killing, right? And the great thing about having a physical space, that becomes a lead factory.
Yep.
It's easier to run ads to it and get people in. But you'll also just get organic leads because you have a Google My Business, because you have a Yelp. You will get a certain amount of organic leads, and now leads are coming to you rather than you having to DM 3,000 people a day. Cold DMs, which people hate. So, yeah, I mean, it's a full-time job, though, if you want to go online.
Oh, man.
Don't underestimate that. I mean, you get, like Dave said at the beginning, you may get really lucky because you are outrageously good looking. And the content you people out just attracts people, not just because of the way you look. That happens. That for sure happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that good looking enough to be able to do that. Isn't going to be a reality for me. Isn't going to be a reality for most. Let's face it.
Yep.
And even a lot of the people who it looks like they're killing it, a lot of them aren't. A lot of times it is a facade, guys. So beware. It's not as easy as people will make it look like. Can we help you build an online part of your business and have that do really well? Yes. Is it easy? Hell no.
It's a perfect back. It's diversifying, right? If you go all in on anything, right, it's a losing battle. That's why it's taken us so long to merge that perfect recipe, like you call it, the Frankenstein baby of in-person training with high-tech and online mentoring, like merging the two. And then if you have a down month with your in-person, then you have your online. So it's a balancing act where you're not going to lose sleep at night once it gets going. And like you say, then you can hire people to do the rep counting, and then you can truly lead a movement.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, most of the people who go really hard in online, even if they're really friggin' talented, even if they have dynamite content, and even if they put in the work, most of the ones I've known of the past couple of years have gotten jobs somewhere because they can't pay their bills.
Yep.
And they're really damn good. Really good. So, go, guys. We're not trying to discourage you from doing online stuff. We're just saying you got to be smart about it. Don't quit your day job. Don't cash in your 401k. Start in person because people will come to you. So much easier. We have a lot of examples of that. Then naturally, you're going to start working with people in a larger and larger radius because you're already helping people. That's it. So that's the message, guys. Online training, just do it smart, guys. Do it smart. Do not quit your in-person stuff. Do not sell your studio and be like, I'm going to do it all online. Good luck, man. And look out for that algorithm change because you'll be wiped. So that's our advice to you. You need any other help adding online into what you do or learning how you make that transition, go on over to www.ptlegends.com. Throw in your information. We'll send you a lot of helpful stuff. So thanks for listening to the PT Legends podcast, guys. We will see you next week. Dave and myself, Scott, would love to thank you for tuning in and listening to the PT Legends podcast. You can get direct access to us by joining our free Facebook group. Go to www.facebook.com/groups/7-figure personal trainer. That's 7-figure personal trainer with the number 7. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you can keep on learning and keep on living. Finally, if you picked up any tips whatsoever in this episode that you found helpful, be sure to leave us a review and tell us what you like best about it. Can't wait to see you on the next episode.